Rain, rain, rain. Yeah, there's been a lot of it, hasn't there? Well, the good news, I did manage to get out and test my ByteFrost system. It wasn't long. I had all of half an hour, which meant I probably had about an hour of no rain. And I got out and I had a test, and quickly I'll show you how I've got it configured. I have it with two large sort of 13 dBi antennas plus the Lumineer, or is it Lumineers? No, it's true RC axes sitting on the top here, so that kind of gives me, in theory, a good push out into the distance, plus okay all around me. The question is, how was it? Well, not too bad. Now, you'll probably notice a little bit of hesitation here. Okay, so I guess that I've got to give a little bit of background to all of this. Now, over here, I have the DJI goggles. Now, these are absolutely fantastic. Wow, wow, wow. But there's also a couple of issues with them, and I've touched on these in previous videos. Primarily, you've got the variable latency thing going on. You've got the fact that a signal that goes hard actually does go. But, oh my god, the picture. It is fantastic. Now, I actually think that a lot of the reason people are going wow with the DJI system is actually the optics. The optics in this are very, very good. And you also have a case, it's a box goggle thing. When you get big, full, wide optics, I've got let's take a look at the Scouts. I think it's the Scouts. Who knows? But when people try this on, they go, wow, I can see so much, and that's with analog. And this is a very common thing that happens when people move from your FATSHARK style goggles with the tiny screens to box goggles. They go, wow, it's fantastic. So let's not forget that DJI gives you that wow, it's fantastic feeling because you got big screens. Now, it makes it very, very difficult to truly compare ByteFrost in terms of the overall performance. Now, I've obviously got the ByteFrost here, and I plugged it in with the HDMI into my HDO goggles, and the picture is fantastic. But I am also looking at that picture in much smaller lenses, so whilst it's good, it's not as wow, it's so big. So I guess the point I'm making here is to get a degree of subjectiveness about what we're looking at. The picture is good. Am I as blown away as I am with the DJI one? Not quite, but actually it's not that the quality of the transmission is any different, it's got more to do with the optics. And I think we're going to see in time that it's highly likely FATSHARK will be releasing a set of goggles with ByteFrost built into it. And then you'll get the whole wow, 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 amazing, incredible. But yeah, apart from that, it's quite good. I think the pros versus the cons, there is no doubt that the ByteFrost handles the whole breakup and poor picture. In my opinion, it handles it better. And this has to do with the difference in the way the protocol works. So with the DJI system here, we have a two-way protocol. What that means, the signals essentially, for every bit of data that goes in one direction, it's kind of like a checksum. And the aircrafts and goggles are talking to each other, constantly saying, oh, I missed that packet, send another one. And depending on that sort of speed of data flow is what the latency is that you get. Now, it's not as well, in fact, it's a simpler protocol. It's a one-way protocol with the ByteFrost. What that's doing is it just sends out a stream, just like analog. And you're listening to the stream, and if you lose information, it just doesn't display it. But it's quite clever because it sends it in very small packets of information. So when you lose something, you don't lose a whole picture. You lose just a little dot here and there in the pictures, and you'll see little black dots appear all over it. So the result is that it degrades better, and the frame rate stays the same. Now, if I jump back even a few more videos back, you'll remember I lost my quad, the DJI quad, and part of the reason is that I reached a point where I was testing the limits, the signal went bang, stopped dead, and I had about a 15-second sort of resync time, and by the time it caught up, that was it, the quad was gone. But I tried a very similar thing today with the DJI, well sorry, not the DJI quad, with the Bifrost quad, and the good news is it actually caught up very quickly. Unlike 15 seconds under the DJI, I had a signal back in pretty much, you got through severe noise within a second. I punched out, boom, signal came back. Now that's good news, because that's a little bit more like flying analog. That being said, I did manage to trigger a complete gone, but the worst outage I've had is maybe 4 to 5 seconds. You know, I've not sat with a stopwatch, I'm estimating here. But a 4-second outage, even that is actually almost fatal when you're flying fast. In fact, in my case it was, because I hit a tree. Yeah, you know, so for me at the moment, what I'm getting to here is right now, you guys all have a choice to make. DJI is a super polished, well-rounded, fantastic bit of kit. It's superb. Can't fault it. Bifrost, on the other hand, is almost like an analog plus. It works very different. It's almost like, so imagine analog, you know, in terms of its degradation and everything, but just performing with a much clearer picture. And when you look in your goggles, it's a fantastic picture. It's sharper, the details there. However, I do also kind of feel, until such time as I have a set of box goggles or anything like that, or the Bifrost is integrated into a pair of goggles, I don't know if it's something I would fully adopt, because the truth is, the picture quality is still blooming good on my HDOs with rapid fire. It's superb anyway. So it's a very difficult line. You know, you're comparing apples and oranges. They are both good, and they both do things in a different way. Whether it's right or wrong, it's difficult to tell. I guess for me, I think that in the broader picture, the real question's going to be about manufacturer lockdown, and it's the biggest issue I see with the DJI system here. You know, DJI, superb. However, let's be honest, to use the system, I have to register on DJI's site using the app. I then, to get the firmware updates, which, by the way, they don't come ready to fly. You can't even use the thing until you've registered. I have to register my data with somewhere in China. Who knows? I don't know what they're doing with it. You know, do I really have a clue? I don't know. Now, it also means that I'm completely and 100% tied to them. At the moment, with FPV, I can pick and choose any product I want from the best manufacturers. And this has been a huge, huge advantage for all of us within the community, because the prices come down. Now, if we start going down the DJI route and everyone swarms to that completely, actually, you know what's going to happen? Give it 2 years, all of the analogs phased out, and everyone's just using DJI, and what happens? The price starts to go up. And what are you going to do about it? So, you know, personally, I would feel this is the way to go. I kind of get a feeling that in the longer term, the the Bifrost system is going to be far more open and become something that people will use. However, the DJI, on the other hand, I don't know. I'm sure you can understand what I'm trying to get to here. It just depends, and maybe depending on what your kind of personality is. You know, I'm the type of guy who uses Unix because I love Unix. You know, right or wrong, I don't know. I tend to just be anti the corporate. You know, maybe I'm a bit anarchistic or something. I don't know. But yeah, DJI fantastic, Bifrost fantastic, and I was actually just thinking I'm going to pop this unit very soon, probably tomorrow, in the post down to Wayne. You might know him as Curry Kitten on the forums, because I know that he happens to have some big box goggles that he can do some testing with, because I'd like to get his feedback based on how he feels the picture is when he's using box goggles. And yeah, I don't have any box goggles, and I just couldn't be bothered to purchase any right now, so I'm going to post it down to him. He can play with it for a week and tell me what he thinks. You know, it's not a big issue, so that will be for Wayne to decide on. And maybe Wayne will see this video and discover that he's about to get something sent to him. But yeah, the long and short, they're fantastic. I'm going to show you a little bit of footage now, and you'll see in the footage how the video degrades at certain points, it recovers, it breaks up, it does all the things it's meant to do. whatever it says on the tin. That was the aim of my testing, and I've proven it works, it holds together. Am I blown away? Well, to be honest, I'm not overly blown away by DJI either, because the truth is, analog is so good at the moment that does it give me anything truly more? And for my type of flying, neither of them do. They're both good, and they both have pros and cons. So that's where we're at. Enjoy, guys. Cheers.